Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to a new Jump Force video. Today for you, I got I'm gonna say it again, the best Sasuke combo. It is the Sasuke guide for you guys. A lot of you have requested this, so we're gonna get to Sasuke and remember the order. We got Gon after this, Deku, and I guess we're gonna add Yusuke because I got a lot of requests for him. And actually, I'm kind of excited to do Yusuke. So let's get right to Sasuke. First up, guys, we got Sasuke's Chidori. In this ability, believe it or not, only lands off of the first heavy, the second heavy, and the first part of the down tilt. Going into his second ability, Fireball Jutsu, it connects with the third, fourth, and fifth light, the first, second, and third heavy, the first part of the down tilt, and if you're trying to land it on a charged up tilt, all you need to do is jump and use it. If you want to jump and hit light and then use it, you can also. But if you're trying to get confirmed damage, just jump and go ahead and use it. Okay guys, so for Sasuke's third ability, Mataratsu, I'm going to tell you where it lands based on if they make this motion. So if they get hit and fall to the ground, that's where I'm going to count it. I'm not going to count it if they do this, you know, where it still hits, but they can get back up, because then you can't land the second part confirmed, so that's how I'm going to tell you where it lands. Alright guys, Amaterasu lands on the third, fourth light, the first and second heavy, and the first part of the down tilt. Now I am showing you that these strings connect and can connect the second part of Amaterasu. I didn't show it for the third light, I don't know why I just didn't do it, but it does connect. So make sure when you're doing these, you do it on these lights and heavies and down tilts, because if you do it on any other light, they'll stand up and you'll actually be unsafe because they stand up faster than you recover. Alright guys, for Sasuke's ultimate now, it's going to be hard to pronounce it, Takimakaze or something like that, connects on everything except for the second and third up tilt. And the only other tricky one is the charge down tilt. You do need to jump and hit heavy and then use ult. However, the charge down tilt, you might be too far away, and the jump heavy might not reach, and it will whiff, so be aware of that. Coming around to his grab strings, Sasuke's grabs are pretty decent. They're pretty fast. The second and third light are your go-tos. They're pretty fast. The fourth light isn't that bad either. Might actually be on par with the third light, and of course the fifth light is the slowest out of all of them. So 2 and 3 are your go-to if you want to grab someone. Sasuke's stage transition only works on the fifth light, and I'm only saying this because I get the cutscene right here, but when I do 4 lights, I don't get the cutscene, and I thought it was just because where I am on the map, sometimes you have to be facing the correct way. However, even if I am facing the right way, it still doesn't give me the opportunity to do it, so I'm just going to be safe and tell you it's only on the fifth light that you can stage transition. Basic things to know about Sasuke's Chidori is that you do get a little bit of hyper armor while charging. And what I mean by a little bit is they can punch you once or twice while you're using it and it will still go through. However, abilities while you're charging and charging at them will cancel it, so be wary if you're trying to use Chidori while Vegeta's going to Gatling gun me. It won't work, right? Gatling gun will go through. Other things to know is that I think Chidori is actually stronger than the average 1 bar on most other characters. It does the damage of some 2 bars on other characters, which is insane. So it does take a bit to start up, so obviously you don't want to use it just kind of free willy in neutral play here. However, if you do and you land it, you're trading speed for power, and it's pretty much worth it. Alright, basic things to know about his Fireball Jutsu is that if you press down on your analog stick and use the ability, you'll actually send one up flying and it can hit them. And if you didn't know, you can send one flying and use a normal one, and you can actually hit 2 at a time. So, other things I'll show you how to do in the future is kind of guard break with it. No, it's not guard break cheese. It's probably the slowest guard break cheese in the game if you're going to call it that. So, later we'll go over that. Some basic things to know about Amaterasu is that during the first part, if they are standing in here, they cannot actually escape, or if they have a red bar on their awakening, they cannot use that. So if I'm hitting Vegeta in the circle, this man cannot escape or awaken to escape me. So what I'm going to recommend is anytime you're playing as Sasuke and you feel you're safe, use this first part of the ability. Sometimes the first part is better than just getting the damage from the second part. The first part's very annoying because also, another basic thing to know is it takes damage, just a little bit of damage off your opponent if they stand in it, right? Even if they're guarding in it, it takes damage. So, let's say I used it and I'm dashing up to them and they're guarding. While I'm hitting this man, he's still losing health as we're in this fire. So the more I can just constantly keep him mixed up and in here, the better. However, avoid it using it like that because clearly I am unsafe after it. Okay guys, I think it's time to get into some advanced stuff with Sasuke here. I did the stage transition, grab, and the basic ability stuff backwards, so hopefully that didn't bother you too much. But let's get into some advanced combos here. Alright guys, let's first talk about Sasuke's vanish string, and I can describe it in one word, and that is sucky. Because one, if we try and do our vanish string with 3 heavies, it whiffs. Even on the whiff, his dash is so unsafe that I can't even try and guard break after to, like right when they get back up. It's just way too slow. The enemy has way too much time to think about what they're going to do next, and I'm pretty sure they might even be able to grab us right there, right? You might think, well, let's just do it, on 2 heavies, right? That is the fastest I could vanish off 2 heavies. Just like that. And if I'll dash for you guys, right? It's even worse. I can do it on 1. Sorry, like I can't do it on 1, but it's a little faster on 1, right? If I try and do it on 3 or any of the other lights, it's still gonna whiff. Trust me, I'm not gonna show you the rest. The only time it actually connects is on the 2nd, and it's just a reset. So they can just guard or sidestep. I mean, yes, you can do this, right? Like, you feel free to try and do this. Like, go in for 2 lights, vanish, and do a full charge or something. You might be able to get it off, but it's just too slow. They recover way too fast. So doing vanish string combos is not what Sasuke is about, but we definitely can do some vanish mix-ups to open up your opponent, and let's talk about that. Alright guys, like I said before, vanishing during combos not the best choice. Your best bet is to vanish during when he's guarding and you're trying to mix him up. Now again, Sasuke doesn't have the best, like I said, on his heavies. They're very slow. But we can still use some of this to break him apart. So my suggestion is he's kind of just like Aizen. We're going to do 2 lights and vanish towards him. So when I mean towards him, you need to press X and, point your analog stick in the direction of where the opponent is. And after this, you have 2 options. You can either, grab, of course, and of course you could just do 2 lights and grab. However, adding the vanish scares your opponent and they have to think a little more about what you're going to do. So if you're not going to grab after the vanish, do another light. So you're going to do the 3rd light, right? And again, if you want to do grab after the 3rd light, it seems a little faster than the normal 3rd light. Go ahead and do that. So 1, 2, vanish, light, grab. Or what I like to do is go boom, boom, vanish, 3rd light, vanish again, heavy, charge up tilt. Let me slow it down a bit. That was kind of fast. So again, do the 2 lights, vanish, right? 2 lights, vanish. Then do the 3rd light, vanish again. On this, on the 2nd vanish, you're gonna heavy, right? And the heavy, Sasuke's heavy puts them behind the opponent, okay? And so when they get put behind the opponent, it takes like a very brief second, like half a second, for the opponent's camera to catch up to you. So they have a little less time to react to this guard break right here, right? They have a little less time. So when you guard break them, of course, you can go into a combo or anything, but that's where it pretty much ends. If you do a charged up tilt and they sidestep or backstep, it's over, right? You can't mix anything up. So let me go into some other stuff that we can do real fast. So let's say you don't want to go for the up tilt. You feel like they can react to it, because eventually if you keep doing this, they will react to it. It's not that hard to see coming. Well, you can do a couple things. So let's do kind of boom, 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 and let's vanish after the heavy, right? If you don't know, you're actually safe on the first heavy. So look how long it takes Vegeta to look at me. Let's see if I can get a better angle. Getting bad angles here. So I'm guarding before he's actually looking at me, right? So that is a ton of safe time. Enough time for us to vanish and actually just restart the whole thing over again, right? And we can go back into this and grab or do whatever we really want to do, right? Also, guys, let's say you don't want to vanish after the first heavy. Let's say, you just can't keep up with what you're doing, and it happens sometimes. Sometimes you forget, like, what light you're on or what you're doing. It's a lot of button pressing, right? So instead of doing a fully charged up tilt after the first heavy, do a half charged up tilt, because if you didn't know, doing one up tilt can actually, we can start a combo off of it if it's a little bit charged. I don't think we can do it if we just press up tilt. Maybe, hold up, that was just an up tilt. Yeah, I don't think we can do it if we just press up tilt. We need to do it a little bit charged, and then we can actually do it, which is perfect for us. So, pretend Vegeta is guarding here. We do one heavy, half a charge up tilt. He's probably going to sidestep, and we just go into a combo, right? Most of the time, people sidestep. I don't think this catches on the backstep if they do it fast enough. However, if they don't do it fast enough and they react really slowly, we can just go into this right here. He will not white out. He's only whiting out because I landed this heavy. In reality, he's probably guarding, and he guards this heavy, and then we go into this half charged up tilt. Guys, and I did forget to say, it's better to, so let's do the thing right here. Hold up, boom, 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 boom. Okay, even I mess up sometimes. So 2 lights, vanish, 3rd light, vanish, heavy, vanish, and you should dash after the heavy. So you should be doing vanish dash, because if I try and vanish and then do lights, he's got some time to think and do stuff, whereas if I first heavy and then dash, he doesn't really have a lot of time. Yes, he could probably sidestep, but that's if he guesses what we're about to do. If we just do this and he tries to sidestep, we'll catch him on the regular light. So it's a 50-50 chance of what he's going to do, or if he just guards, then he's guarding and we can mix him up. Also, man, there's a lot of mix-ups with freaking Sasuke here. If we do the whole thing here and we dash right here, if you wait a little bit, you can grab after. However, just like a lot of other characters, if you spam grab, the grab resets. So when you do the vanish dash, wait a second, even right there wasn't enough. Gosh. Okay, hold up. Wait. Oh my. Hey, you gotta wait quite a bit, but, you know, it might be worth it. I don't think most people won't move after that, and you'll get a free grab. So definitely kind of rewatch what I just said, guys. There's a lot of information packed in there, but watch each section pretty slowly and kind of practice it in training. Some easier mix-ups, guys, you can do with Sasuke is, what I love to do is, since his grab looks a lot like the up tilt and down tilt, what I love to do is when I land 2 lights, I like to just go into a straight up tilt or down tilt guard break. It's beautiful. I guess you can go into a heavy, but I like the guard breaks because why? On the second grab or second light, you can grab, right? It's really effective. Sorry, I burped. And so when they see this purple arm, right? When they see this purple arm come out, they're gonna think it's a grab. So when they think it's a grab, they're gonna do 3 things, right? They will either try and grab reset you, so they'll grab themselves, or they'll sidestep or backstep, right? And if we play it right, we can stop all 3 of those things. So if we really wanted to, we could down tilt, and let me show you guys how many down tilts you need to do to continue a combo. Because if we do 3 down tilts, like most characters, we cannot continue that combo, right? So we only need to do 2, I believe, and we can continue. Yes, of course you can do 1, but if you can't react fast enough, or you press square too fast, well, maybe you can't do 1. Hold up. Yep, okay, it's 2 down tilts. So you do need 2 down tilts. Make sure to not spam square, because that's what I did right there. Wait a second, and then there you go. So again, if we're going to do 2 lights, give me 1 sec. We're going to do 2 lights. You can down tilt. Down tilt's probably your best option. Hold on to it for just a second. Give them a chance to backstep, because if you do it too fast, they will not backstep. They won't move. The game will literally not let them. So hold it a bit and then let go of it, and you should catch them on the sidestep, grab, and backstep might not catch them, but if we do it fast enough, it should. So there you go, guys. Okay, guys, sorry, that was a lot about the vanish strings and mix-ups and how to break your opponent, but I think it's really important that you guys should know that as Sasuke players. But let's get into something a little more fun. If you didn't know, Sasuke has a grab dash, and what I call these, I mean, I call them grab dashes because I don't know a cooler name for it. Basically meaning that after a grab, they can dash up and you can press square and you'll catch them on the way down. Now, the best timing or advice I can tell you for this is spam dash. Right when you kind of get halfway, just go ahead and press square. I think Sasuke has the easiest one out of all the characters that can do these. Cell can do this, Yusuke can do this. and Prometheus can do this. I think I'm forgetting one other person. However, I think Sasuke just has the easiest time with this, so... I mean, I'm messing up now, but definitely just go into training, practice it, find when you can actually land it. I did it too early there, so I need to wait a little bit. Let's wait a little longer. And there we go, I landed it. So I just got to memorize, kind of muscle memory, when I pressed it and when to get it. Very good, because also if they escape, you're already chasing them and you can catch them, so... Now guys, if you remember what I told you earlier about the other fireball jutsu that you can use where you can put it up into the air, remember, just hold down on the analog stick, and just use the ability. It doesn't go too far, however it goes up in the air. And believe it or not, it actually blocks your character model if you're in the right place. So let's say we want to grab, we don't want to do the dash, we shoot one up, we're going to charge at them and hold light or some sort of guard break, right? Now, some people might consider this guard break cheese, especially if it's close enough, because if they do guard it, we can hit them, and I guess, sure, it is guard break cheese, but guys, come on. It's the slowest guard break cheese in the game. Like, it's just sidestep that, and then sidestep the dash guard break. It's not that hard, so... But I'm gonna play a clip right here in the other person's perspective to basically see that it's kind of hard to see Sasuke when they do this, and... you know, you might fall for it, so, or they might fall for it, so make sure just you have this in your arsenal and use it when you need to. Okay guys, some other things to know about the fireballs is if you ever land a charged up tilt, there is a very small possibility you can land 2 fireballs against each other. Now the timing is super strict and perfect just right there. I've been able to do it maybe 4 out of 10 times, so definitely go in here. You want to jump right away, do the I guess I should come up, I'm gonna call this the down tilt fireball here. So you need to, when you do the up tilt, you need to jump, do the up tilt fireball at a certain time, and then fireball regularly when you hit the ground, or just kind of spam it, you know. So I'm spamming the second fireball. Yeah, I've done it perfect quite a bit so far. So I don't know, like I jump, I think I wait like, see, I missed that one. I jump and I use it, right? I don't know, so see, I'm missing that. I think I need to do it a little earlier. That was too early. That was too early. See, guys, just go in the training. Definitely try and figure out the timing on this. I've actually figured this out when I was playing with him today. I didn't really know about this before when I made my best combo video with him, but it is amazing to know. Look at that damage from just an up tilt, right, in 2 bars. Of course, if you want to just jump up and do some lights or something, you can do that, and fireball, definitely do that. But this is also really not good. Also, they can't escape from this up tilt, right? So if you jump, they can't escape, but due to the recent discovery that you can cancel your abilities by chasing, if we jump, fireball, and they escape, we just need to dash after them, right? And then we're already back adding pressure. We can do mix-ups, whatever we need to do. Guys, bear with me. I know this is kind of a long guide so far. We're going to get to his combos very shortly. We're already at 20 minutes here. But if you do instant transmission, either one in the air or on the ground, use the down tilt fireball, go through and go ahead and try and get that guard break. It won't reach all the way, but it will cover your kind of entrance, and with the on the ground, do the same thing. Okay, that was wrong. That was a regular fireball. There we go. There we go. Just some notes if you ever instant transmission like that. Alright guys, I feel like I had something else to tell you, but let's go ahead and get into his combos. So, we're going to start with just regular awakening combos here. Now, this is probably actually the best. Rukia does have her own little reset, but I don't actually think this is happening during it, or it might be. But just do 3 lights, fireball, Rukia, down tilt fireball, regular fireball, and then ult right after. It does connect after the 2 fireballs, and this roughly does 90%. Clearly, there has to be a Rukia reset in there, so I'm going to go ahead and make Goku guard and see if this is happening. Okay, yeah, so clearly, guys, it is a reset right there. However, you know, most people might not guard when they're getting hit by Rukia, and it might be a nice risk to take for the reward, because that's 90% right there, and You know, a lot of 90% combos don't start off with 3 lights, right? You usually have to do 3 heavies or 2 heavies, which is usually when people try and escape. So definitely, I think it's good to go after that one. But if you don't want the risk, I got some more for you right here. Guys, I almost forgot to tell you the timing on the Rukia reset here. All you really need to do is when you do the 3 lights, as soon as you press Fireball, just call in Rukia. It's not that difficult. Press Fireball, Rukia, right? Don't do it at the same time. It won't work. You just go boom, boom, Fireball, Rukia, right? Go catch them. Down tilt Fireball, Fireball, then ult, right? Pretty simple. Alright guys, if we're looking for a combo without a reset, and I have Goku on guarding here to show you, definitely do this one. We're gonna go 3 lights into Rukia and a Fireball here. I think I called in Rukia too late. Yes, I did. The timing for Rukia for this one, let me just tell you guys before we actually show the combo, is right before you hit the third heavy. So right as you're kind of winding up for that 3rd heavy, that's when you need to call Rukia. And so let's go ahead and do this combo. Now this one I believe is around 80%. Boom, boom, Rukia, Fireball, Chidori. Now this only works if you are near a wall. You cannot actually land ult after Chidori unless Chidori hits him into a wall. So make sure to gauge where you're at on the map, and if you do this combo, you need to make sure they're near a wall. Roughly a little less than 80, 75% looks like. Still good damage, but clearly not as much as the reset. But the reset only gives you, not that much more, so it depends what you want, but go for what you feel is right. If you don't feel like, if they're guarding the resets, definitely go for this one. Still amazing damage, and again, never gonna find yourself in a scenario where you're probably gonna start from full health doing this combo. So, alright guys, let's say you find out that you're not close to a wall, or you don't think Chidori's actually gonna land. Well, this is what you can do. We're actually gonna do the same startup for the combo. So 3 heavies, Rukia. Except now, I think he's not going to be near a wall, so we can do the down tilt Fireball, regular Fireball, and ult. So basically what you've done is you spent an extra bar to land this combo. Now after double Fireball, ult should always land unless you're all the way across the map. But this should always land. Same exact damage, except we just turned the situation around in our favor. We realized he wasn't going to hit a wall if we used Chidori, so we did double Fireball. Yes, you can use 1 Fireball and ult, I believe. However, you want that extra damage with the double one. It's definitely worth it. Alright guys, if you did not know, Sasuke does have an instant transmission Team Awakening combo, and you guys know I love these type of combos on characters. I'm actually only going to show you up to the point where Rukia catches him after the ultimate lands, because there's a lot of stuff we can do after, and I gotta go kind of bit by bit of what things we can do, because it's very close to the Madara and Prometheus combo that I did earlier. So I'll try and explain what we can do after Rukia catches Goku here. So before we actually start, you guys do need to be careful here. If I do it too fast, like if I walk up calling Rukia too fast, Sasuke is actually gonna miss. Which is strange, because that's usually the opposite with other characters. If we don't do it fast enough, we're gonna miss. But with Sasuke, you can, I wouldn't say take your time, holy crap. I wouldn't say take your time, but you can walk up a little further than you usually can and call in Rukia and ult. So, just a little thing, don't try and do it too fast. You have a little bit of time before you need to do it. So Rukia is gonna catch, and of course, this is where I'm gonna tell you all the different stuff we can do. Alright guys, the first thing I'm going to show you is basically kind of like the Madara reset, where we're going to let them fall to the ground after Rukia catches him in the air, and then it's going to be kind of a solo reset where basically it's on the opponent. If they aren't guarding, then it's their fault. So we're going to dash up, let him fall. We're going to do 3 heavies, Rukia, again, kind of the same combo we were doing before, and this is going to give us around 98% right there, right? So if you didn't see if you didn't understand what I did, pretty much after he fell to the ground, I just did 3 heavies and went back into kind of to the normal combo. I messed up right there. Into the normal combo where we call Rukia before the 3rd heavy, and then do the 2 fireballs, right? Pretty basic, pretty much the same thing. Now let's say they still aren't guarding, but you are worried about them escaping after doing like the 3 heavies. When you're doing the 3 heavies, you're worried about them escaping before you can land the fireball and Rukia and all that. Well, you have another option. It's going to do a little less damage. but this is what you can do. So Rukia's gonna catch, we're gonna let him fall. 2 heavies into Chidori. We're gonna call Rukia out. And see, I called Rukia in a little too late. I think you should call it right when you use Chidori, especially over here. It's just kind of dependent on where you are in the map. But since since the Team Awakening puts you straight in the middle, you'll probably always end up in this kind of scenario. So use Chidori, call Rukia in at the same time, and what you can do after that is pretty much 3 heavies. I guess I can just show you. So what you can do after this is pretty much you can land like 1 fireball, or you can go with 3 more heavies and do a fireball, but again, they might high-speed counter, they might escape or awaken, who knows. They have a lot of choices there. I just go for the direct fireball, that way they can't awaken or escape or high-speed counter, just to get the confirmed damage. Now again, guys, bear with me. There's just a lot of variations of this combo you can do, and I'm sorry if you don't want to sit through this, but I think it's very important depending on the number of meter you have and what you can do. So we're still going to do the same thing. We're going to let him fall, and we're going to act like he's not guarding. Other things you can do, let him fall. 2 heavies into a Amaterasu, into another Amaterasu while calling Rukia. So we can do double fireball, and he actually comes near us, so if he wanted to, we can do lights into heavies. But I'm afraid he's going to white out, so I just did throw another fireball. Of course, it kind of does the same damage, it's just around 90%. But again, what I would prefer, since we can't really get 100% off this, I'd say do the first Amaterasu and keep him in here. So he can't escape, can't guard. We go into a mix-up, and really all we need is probably 1 grab. Pretty much kill him. Alright guys, now what happens if he's guarding? Well, like I said, it's very close to the Madara and Prometheus reset. When he hits the ground, they're going to be guarding, right? And with Sasuke, since the camera angle is really weird when we do 1 heavy, it's going to be in our favor. So we're going to let him fall, and we're just going to do a charged up tilt, right? And now we have free reign to do whatever. Boom, boom. Let's go into our regular combo here. Double fireball. And we get 100%, right? There's the 100% reset. That's if they guard. I'd stick to that path strictly if they get guard broken. Now, of course, you can do what I said before, where if they're sidestepping or backstepping, it won't catch the backstep, but if they sidestep, do a half charged up tilt. I'll show you it again. Let them drop, boom, and you can go into a full combo here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, messed up there. Oh, that's a bummer, I messed up. Be careful. And of course, guys, if you don't want to do all those lights, I don't think it will get you the 100% if you don't do the lights. But we can watch his awakening meter here. I think he gets red. Let's see where he gets red, pretty much. I didn't really pay attention to that. They can escape out of it here, so let's figure that out when they can. Okay, still doesn't have red. Has red right now, but he definitely cannot escape. So that is a confirmed 100% if you get the guard break on. Alright guys, the last and final combo comes from the grab ult. Now, of course, people can definitely dodge out of this, but remember, if they just dodge, make sure to chase them because you can cancel ultimates in this game, right? Game of the year, Jump Force. Let's go. Vote for it. I want to see all those memes. But Rukia's going to catch him, and we can pretty much do the same thing. Let him fall. Guard break. It's not going to do as much damage, but it's still good damage regardless. There we go. And of course, I can't call Rukia in because it's not a Team Awakening. She wasn't back. But a good 75%. It's pretty much the same damage as like the regular combo where we start from 3 lights here and do this. Alright guys, I feel like I forgot to show you just the basic combo that you should do if you're not awakened or you're not trying to kill. Definitely just do however many lights you need to do. 3 heavies. Do the Rukia thing here. He's gonna catch. Fireball up. There we go. And I should say, if you do the up tilt and you manage to get both these fireballs off, just like that, ultimate should connect. However, you know, never just go for the up tilt, right? Never just try and do that. But if you manage to do it and you can kill off a raw ultimate, hey, be my guest. Do it. Now guys, I keep forgetting my favorite thing. If you're in an air battle and you are going to win, I call in Rukia right there. Rukia will catch him. I can walk up, do 3 lights. And we can actually force the reset if we really want to. So I guess I'll try and show you the reset here. All we gotta do is just let him drop, right? 1 heavy, and then, you know, he's reset. If they guard, try and guard break him. But if we don't want to reset, just make sure to call Rookie a little faster. Or, sorry, no, just heavies faster than Fireball right there. All the things you can do right here, call Rookie right there. He'll fall right here. Boom, boom, boom. Accidentally did the reset there, waited too long. But just another tip you can do when you're in the air. Again, my favorite thing to do. I love air battles so much. It's just the only time that you can show a little bit of skill in Jump Force. Alright guys, that is actually going to be it. I think we kept it under 30 minutes besides this outro here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. We hit 900 subscribers. That is unbelievable. That is amazing. I would love if we can get to 1,000 before Thanksgiving. And guys, I don't know if I'm going to take Thanksgiving off. Probably not, because I do want to keep pumping out these videos. But if I do not see you Thanksgiving Day, I hope you guys have a wonderful time with your family and friends. Make sure to stuff your face full of food. I'm definitely going to be stuffing my face full of cup of noodles, so hopefully you have a better one than me. But guys, I appreciate all the support so far, and I love you guys. So hey, thank you so much for watching. I believe Gone is next, so Gone Guide coming up, and that's pretty much it. That's all I got for you. See you later.